All busy, all right. Get busy all night. I eat the booty here, and today I want to go over stat building. So one thing I've noticed, especially in our state and in my alliance, is that a lot of people are focusing on their queen rather than focusing on their stats. So when it comes to the shops inside your city, like the Dark Cavern here, and Adventure here, and the three arenas here, as well as like the Mantis Cave. So like I'm gonna go ahead and redeem those, but the Mantis Cave down here. A lot of people are focusing on resources because they want to rush their queen. I'm gonna go ahead and click merchant here. That's my favorite way to access the shops. We're gonna go ahead and go to Queen Legion War. So if you're at level 20, you want to save up your points here, and you want to focus on the Divine Vessel chest. That is like number one. You will see clearly I'm buying the 60-minute speed ups. I'm only doing this temporarily, and the 8-hour speed up is a better value than the 60-minute speed up. So if you have the points for the 8-hour, get the 8-hour, then get the 60. This is not what I do on a daily basis, though. What I do on a daily basis is I purchase the Divine Vessel chests. That's from Queen Legion War Shop specifically. So from Specialized Duel, every single day I get the Diamond Surprise Box, and then after that you can focus on either Snail XP or Mark of Honor. Personally, I save this one up normally. Today I did obviously buy the 60-minute speed ups and the 60-minute healing speed ups just because I'm already on a speed up binge basically, so I might as well just get them all. But normally I would save this one up, and I would only actually purchase the Diamond Surprise Box on a daily basis. And then when it comes down to it, because you can get 50 Marks of Honor, there is an event day where you get points for getting Marks of Honor. That is a good time to use your points on Marks of Honor. And then you can also get Snail XP. That's super handy because you need your organs up in order to boost your stats that way. So the Snail XP is also incredibly beneficial. Now we go to Queen Legion Combat. So if you haven't realized, the Army gene is different than all your other genes. So you can get your other genes in Dark Cavern, I believe. Yeah, so these are your regular genes. So melee, ranged, haste. A lot of people only focus on one. I like to focus on all three, but I focus on my primary more than anything. But I have every gene slot completely filled, and they're, I think, like level 2 or level 3 each. Or tier 2, tier 3, whatever you want to call it. But anyways, back to the Queen Legion Combat. So on a daily basis, since I already have all my Army gene slots filled, I'm often just getting the Army gene advanced herb. Sometimes I will go on like a 1-week binge where I get the upgrade material because you do need to upgrade. But I have found out that if you advance your genes first, it'll require less upgrade material in order to upgrade it. So I focus on the advancements first. I do not really purchase a superior egg here. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it. It's definitely handy. Those are definitely useful. But I would recommend focusing on your Army Gene or herb first. Or Army Gene Advanced Herb first. The Succulent 7-Day, I know a lot of people like to buy that. It's a waste of money. There's no reason. You're going to get like a 5% stat boost. If you upgrade your Army Gene like twice, you're already going to get more than that. So I know it looks pretty. Everybody wants the skin. It's temporary. Do not waste your points on temporary skins. So focus on upgrading your Army Genes. Those are like your Army stats, which are the top 3 stats in your battle report. They're the most underappreciated and most neglected stats that most people have. I had one person who had 1,000 Army stats, all of them just 1,000. And the rest of her stats were lower than 200%, and she beat me. It was March for March. She beat me hands down because my Army stats were only like 150% at the time. So her army was just overall better than mine. And it doesn't matter what troop type she sent, that applies to every single troop that you have. So she was superior in melee, range, haste, it doesn't matter. I did have like, I think 600% range stats at the time, and it literally didn't matter. She destroyed me. So now we're going to go to the adventure shop. So when I'm in here, every day I basically purchase, where's it at? Oh, the Oregon Foster Plan. I'll purchase one of these and I'll use it for the events. And then randomly I will get the upgrade material for either gear, genes, cell, whatever I'm focusing on that week. I have personally focused primarily on gear. So that means I'm now behind in genes and cells. So now I'm focusing on that as well. We're going to go ahead and go to the Mantis shop. Sorry, I'm trying to make this quick. So Carpenter, super handy. But if you have weak cells, you should be focusing on your cell material And if you have it unlocked, your Sell Advanced Herb and your Advanced Sell Advanced Herb. You can also, like me, if you see here, I've got 1.1 million points. I save them up. I don't use these every day. I may come in here and I'll purchase, in order to get like my daily chests, I'll purchase one of the T1 Sell upgrades because it's like the cheapest thing here. So I'll purchase one of those every single day so I can get my daily chest. But other than that, I'm saving everything. You can use this once again because it's unlimited here instead of being limited to 50. You can use this for Marks of Honor for Marks of Honor Day. Super, super handy. So in the pollen shop, honestly, I don't really do much with this. Sugar Ant is what I'm probably going to get this time. Or, like next time. I think what I got this time was actually the 3-hour speed ups. But this is one where, like, if your totems are high enough, you want this. If your gear is high enough, you're going to want this. If your legacies are high enough, you want this. But the majority of people are not actually ready for this because, like you see here, it's 35 Queen because I think it's T8. Let me see. Oh, no, this is for building upgrades, sorry. This right here is for T8 material. So the majority of people don't have gear that high, so you don't need this right now. So at that point, I'd recommend focusing on Marks of Honor or Totem upgrade material or advanced material because it is hard to get from pretty much any other shop. So I would personally recommend that if you're like level 20 or above when totems are unlocked. And then in the Dark Cavern shop. So one thing I want to point out first is the first clear items. You can see here that I have something there that I can purchase. That is Metallica shards. I'm far enough that they're offering me 30 Metallica shards for 600 points. I'm not getting that right now. I'm waiting until a day where we get rewards for getting shards, and then I'll purchase that. So I get rewards for it on top of it, and those rewards will boost my stats. Gene Advanced Herb here. Advanced Gene Advanced Herb, which I just got unlocked like a day or two ago, and then your Gene Upgrade Material. So when it comes to the Gene Upgrade Material, or honestly any upgrade material you can purchase in a shop, the highest tier is often going to be the cheapest price for the benefits it gives. So like here, I'm used to add 200 and it's 15. I'm not going to do the math, but I'm pretty sure that that's a better deal than 50 XP for 4. So I personally buy the T3 first, then the T2, then the T1 because you are, I believe, limited. Yeah, 100 here, 250 here, 500 here. Make sure you have all genes. That's what I recommend. You'll get further in the gene category for the Dark Cavern if you have all 3, which means that you get more points in the Dark Cavern, which means you can redeem more stuff here. Snail XP, don't sleep on your snail. A lot of people have weak snails. I am one of them. My snail is incredibly weak for what my level is. I would not recommend getting civil points here. And then, yeah, I mean, speed ups, they're here. They are actually at a very, very decent price. But once again, I don't recommend focusing on resources or speed ups in your shops. Speed ups can be handy because, like, for me, for example, I am rushing I'm waiting to finish my queen. And my queen has 8 days left in, I don't even know how long, probably like 8 hours from now. That's when server reset is, and that'll be the building event. So I need to make sure I have enough speed ups to rush this, finish my queen, then I have to rush my ranged building, get that to 28, then I have to come up here and upgrade my healing pool to 29, and then I'm going to finish my range building to 29 as well. At that point, all I need is my entrance to 29, and then I can start my level 30 queen. So personally, I'm only focusing on speed ups because I know a building event is coming where you get rewards specifically for using speed ups. This event with Ace Ant, it doesn't give you points based on the power you gain, it gives you points based on the speed ups you use. So my goal is to use as many speed ups as possible. That's why I'm stocked up on resources and I have even more that I need to transfer over. So once again, I'm only doing the speed ups because when I use them, I'm going to get rewards that will build my stats. That's my priority, is building stats. It's also why I have farm accounts, not that you need them, but I have farm accounts so I don't have to purchase resources in the shop. That's why a lot of people rely on them, because gathering is super slow. But I would recommend personally, and I say this all the time, you're better off as a brick 22 than a paper 30. If you're level 30, that's cool, you have T10 troops. But if your T10 troops are weaker, or it's 31 technically, so if you're at like 31 and you have T10 troops, and your T10 troops are weaker than other people's from other states, it doesn't matter. You're going to lose in events just as much as you did before. But if you stay as like a 22 or a 26, where you unlock T8 and T9, and you just focus on your stats, you stay there, you will see people in other states that can beat my ass at level 22 because they are so powerful. Their T7 kicks my T9's ass. Just the way it is, because they spent 6 months focusing on stats, staying at level 22, and they made themselves a brick 22. I literally can't attack them. If I attack them, they eat my ants. They won't even march back. It'll be 100% loss. You're better off a brick 22 than a paper 30. So then once again, I'm going to click the event tab. I'm sorry if I did that quickly, but the event tab is here. Hopefully everybody already knows what that is. But so we're doing Alliance Showdown. This is going to give us resources, speed ups, snail XP, all types of stuff. Participating in events is the best way to get resources. That's why I do it on my farms. I not only do the Mantis Cave, which is amazing for resources on farm accounts, but I participate in events. Mainly because I have no life, but also because I get a ton of extra boosts. It also boosts the stats of my farm accounts, which is why I can beat so many people's main accounts, but that helps me do even better in events, which means I get even more rewards, which means I get even more resources, which means I trade them all to my main account. So this video's been long enough. It's 11 minutes. Hopefully that's enough to try and convince a lot of people to focus on their stats. It's honestly the most important thing, and a lot of people are neglecting it. I guess actually I'll toss in research. So with your research, defense here, you'll see entrance defense. Kind of doesn't matter, kind of cool. Trap, any type of trap research, 100% pointless. So do not do it. You'll see here I got trap research to level 1 here, defense to 1, HP to 1, nest defender attack. This boosts your stats of your entire army as long as you're being attacked in your nest by 3%. I maxed that out. It went down here to nest defender 1, defense 3%, maxed it out. HP 3%, maxed it out. Then I went 1 again, nest defender attack. I'm on 4 here, 3 here, 3 here. But you'll see that with this one, I went 1. I'm going to go 1 here, 1 here. I'm probably just going to go 1 here because I've since realized that like your entrance defense literally doesn't matter. It just means like the higher your defense is, the more hits you can take before teleporting. But let's say that you have 100 million resources open. The sooner you teleport, probably the better. You'll save more resources. So I don't really think the entrance defense honestly matters. I'll do 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, which will unlock the nest defender attack 3. Let's go and see what the boosts are there. That's a 12% boost. So I will max that out. Here, probably going to be 12, probably going to be 12. I will max those out. We'll just double check. 12. So when it comes to your defense, do not focus on your traps. Traps are weak. They are pointless. You can max out your trap stats. They're still not going to help you in a battle. They might be beneficial when you're like 100 million power plus. Honestly, I still don't think they're going to be beneficial there. What you should focus on is your combat. You can see the majority of these are maxed out. I personally don't care about movers. I would recommend just getting that to 1. I just maxed it out because they were super quick and easy and I needed it for rewards. But yeah, max out basically haste, melee, range, max all those out. Focus on getting your primary troop type first. So I'm range. So I max out the range ones first and then I come back, get the haste and the melee later. See here, you'll see 1, 1, 1. These I'm working on my melee, but it's not as important because that's my least useful troop type. Here I've got range, got that going up. Haste, got that going up. Not fully maxed yet. Army scale, I didn't even realize I got to get that maxed out. And then down here, same thing. Just continue. Focus on your combat research. A lot of people lack on that. Unit tactic, these are incredibly powerful. They take a long time. That's why I am not basically doing my main combat, is because I am focusing on these. And as you can see, they take multiple days to finish. So I just do them, get them done. Formation is going to be great once you get that unlocked at 28 Research Lab. Combat 2 is going to be great. If you don't have Combat 1 maxed out, but you have Combat 2 unlocked, it would probably be a good idea to just focus on Combat 2. Try and get as much of that done as possible until you get stuck. Then come back to Combat 1 because it's going to be cheaper to do and it's going to be quicker to do. So it's good for like certain events where like you need to use speed ups or whatever, you can use it for there. Um, I don't know, just focus on your combat research. It's the most important. I know a lot of people focus on development, a lot of people focus on economy. Don't get me wrong, they are good. You can see that I clearly have a lot done, but I also have more done in combat. Unit tactic is what I'm working on right now. It just takes a lot more to do because it takes a lot more time. Some of them take up resources. I have the research gear, so it doesn't take up as much resources. Some of them are still free, but it definitely takes a lot more time. I know a lot of people probably still have, like research speed ups. Use those on events where you get rewards for it. Take advantage of that time. Max out as much of your combat research as possible. That will also, once again, help you on research day in the Dark Cavern, which means more rewards, which means that you're going to be able to get, like, for example, this right here, the Metallica shards. Earlier, let me see if I can even show them when I go to the bottom. I don't know if it'll show what I've already redeemed. No, it won't. But at one point, they were giving out, like, I got 75 million food, 75 million leaves. I think I got, like, 10 million water. That's just one redeem for, like, 500 points. You get 7 million water. That's absolutely insane. For 500 points, you get 75 million food. For 500 points, you get 75 million leaves. It's absolutely crazy. I think with mushrooms, it was only like maybe 75k. But either way though, it's good rewards. Boost your stats. You will get more resources from events. So if you purchase just resources from here, sure, you'll boost your queen, but you're going to be weak in events, which means you're not going to get as much resources as you otherwise would. Focus on your stats, the resources will follow, especially when it comes to like conquests and stuff like that. You can attack bigger accounts, you can wipe them, then you can heal your troops and take all their resources. So those are my tips. This now is at 17 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and end this. Hopefully this helps everybody.